The penultimate battle before hard mode takes place on a flat plain in a desert where our battle against Old One's army will take place. I'm looking to grind as many defender tokens as possible to acquire the equipment for the later tiers of the invasion. I'll also be doing a few more quality of life projects I didn't get to last episode, such as remodeling the right side of the main base, which is what we'll be doing first. That was so cool! That was fucking awesome! So one of the things I was meaning to do before I started hard mode, and I didn't get to it last episode, was I wanted to round up some critters that you can only find in hell. So here is a Magma Snail, 35% bait power, pretty good. If I slap on a sonar potion, a fishing potion, and a crepe potion, I can start fishing in lava using this Magma Snail. And we'll see what we get. Well, first off, we got the achievement. I'm not sure how long it takes to fish something out. So there's an obsidian crate, and that's already burned through the bait. What's in here? What the hell is that? Superheated blood. Summons a rideable lava shark mount. What? Oh shit. I've never seen this item before. That's really cool. Alright, this mount is infinitely superior to my slime saddle. I also got an obsidian lockbox, which allows me to maybe get the Sun Fury, even though it never generated in my world. Alright, I did have 2 magma snails sitting in my chest for fishing. That's useful. And you know what? I'm super curious. What's in this lockbox? A masterful flame lash. This is like one of the 2 items I never found. But the other item was the one I want, which is the Sun Fury. I got a demon conch. If you listen closely, you can hear screams, watch your toes. I think this works like those normal conchs that just teleport you somewhere in hell. That's pretty useful. What's in these crates? Oh, okay, that's the lava-proof fishing hook. That's what I needed. I also got a potted ember tendrils. It looks like a plant. Whoa, that's a big plant. Oh my god. Wow, that's really nice looking. I hope you guys liked how this turned out. This tower, I was really unsure of how I wanted this tower to end up looking, but I think it ended up looking alright. When I started adding in the decorations for like the armor sets from pre-hard mode. Now I also know that I can take my tackle bag and my lava-proof fishing hook and make myself the lava-proof tackle bag. So now I can fish in lava to my heart's content without having to worry about needing magma snails. And we can keep this demon conch just in like a chest somewhere, in case I ever need to teleport to hell instantly. So that pretty much defeats the purpose of making a elevator, which I was actually thinking of making one. And once again, I need to pull out the shadow key because I accidentally quick stacked it. So let's see what's in here. Okay, wow, still no Sun Fury. Well, I guess now I can fish up all the obsidian crates I want. And they're not too uncommon, so I think I could actually get myself a Sun Fury if I try hard enough. Flamewalker Boots. Never seen that before. I'm really digging these plants. They're all really cool looking. Oh, this thing's a vanity item. You can wear these on your... You can just wear these? What do these even do? Oh, wow. Oh, that's kind of cool. They give you a little, like, flare when you run. I like that fire trail. That's actually kind of cool. I might keep that. Now, what we're really here for is whatever's in these lock boxes. So I once again got to pull out my shadow key, wherever the hell I tossed it. Flame lash. We have a hellwing bow. We have another flame lash. There's the Sun Fury. And we got another treasure magnet to throw on the pile. And we'll give this a good few reforges. So we got keen, zealous, hurtful, ruthless. I can deal with ruthless. And the best part is we're gonna put this Sun Fury to use. So when I go to the desert, I don't know if I ever showed you this area yet because I built this almost completely off camera, but I set up a little arena here. It's just a large, simple platform with some simple decorations. And did I bring my bewitching table? I think I left it back at home. But this is where I want to fight Old One's army. Like I said last episode, we're gonna be fighting them today. And also using my defender medals, I get a weapon of choice, and I'm gonna use the ballista rod, which I also believe can be reforged. So let's see what we can get. Strong, knockback is kind of nice. Strong again, quick, weak, deranged, murderous. We can vibe with murderous. I also noticed I got some wet bombs, which I can turn into dry bombs. These allow me to absorb liquid, but if I can turn them into their respective liquid bombs, I can make a bomb that explodes in that liquid, which is really, really useful. And I want to keep these dry bombs around because I don't want to fish for more of these, because if you go to your cavern pylon, or my cavern pylon, and talk to the demolitionist, he sells these when you have these in your inventory, so you can buy more, and these things cost 25 silver each. I get a slight discount because he's happy. Now let me give you a rundown of the buffs I'm using. I got Heart Reach, Archery, Swiftness, Iron Skin, Endurance, Inferno Regen, and Mana Regen. These should all work optimally together. But since I only got one magic weapon, I don't care about it doing too much damage. It's more just crowd control. I've also got all these stations here that I can restock on. I've got a cake from natural parties that occur during the day, which give me more movement speed and mining speed, but that's slightly irrelevant. I've got some honey I can dip in. I've got sunflowers, campfires, heart lanterns, all the works. And I've got my Ruthless Sun Fury. I'm gonna put the Dark Lance on the side. I doubt I'm gonna be using it in this fight. And we're just gonna give our inventory a bit of organization. I guess beanades if I really feel like using them. And I think we are ready to get this party started. And if I really want to, I'll pull out the Star Cannon. Let me get my 2 imps out, and let me activate this crystal. So if you guys are unfamiliar with how this works, this is a crossover with Dungeon Defenders. Basically, you're given a sentry summon, which is my ballista rod, and I can use it to defend this crystal from all these goblins that are showing up. Now, one thing I completely forgot to do was set up some pillars on the side. Oh my god. Well, that wasn't intentional. I wanted to set up some pillars on the side so I'd be able to, bounce around my water bowl back and forth between the arena. But it's fine, we can live without it. See, look, I'm handling these guys like it's a cakewalk. And the more you fight, the more the enemies drop Ethereum mana. It's different from the mana that we have. I did not mean to do that. It's different from the mana that we use. It powers our sentry turrets. And there's a bit of a grace period every wave you complete. This is the only wave-based invasion that's available in pre-hard mode. And this is another way you can get a decent, this is the only way you can get a decent supply of defender medals. See, how did I get the measurements right on this portal here, but not on the other side? So I'll have to make note of this. I'm gonna have to adjust the arena slightly. I also have platforms to strategically place them higher up from the ground because there are some airborne enemies that show up in these invasions. Now the question is, will my buffs be necessary? I might end up just slapping on a few of these. I doubt I needed to use all of them. And so far, at wave 3, these guys don't seem to stand a chance. We're ready to set up another ballista turret. I guess we can kind of even it out and have 4 on this side and 4 on this side. So as you can see from the bottom, Etherean Wyverns are showing up. So those are the airborne enemies that we want to be a bit more wary of. And I'm so glad I got this Sun Fury. This weapon just cleans enemies in a group. It's so good. Flails are just so fun to use in this update. And I think this might be the last wave where a Dark Mage appears. And this is the first boss you will be fighting in Old One's army. So you want to kill him to defeat the invasion entirely. And let's not forget this is Master Mode. These enemies actually pack quite a punch. I'm scared to see what Betsy does to you. Alright, the Mage has shown up. He's probably on this side. Yep, he is. Okay, how about we show him what we got with Jester Arrows. Get rid of all these guys in a big group. If I can get rid of all of them, then I can focus on the Dark Mage. Now what's cool is that I've also got all my weapons with a, what's it called? I've got the Magma Stone on them. So I can deal Hellfire damage, which is basically just a better form of on fire debuff. And rather than dealing like 2 damage a second, it deals like 5 damage a second, which is really, really nice. And that marks the end of the invasion. Super, super easy. I also got a Gato egg. It summons a little cat, which is invisible right now. Yeah, it's pretty cute, but again, there's not many pets I can think of replacing this Dungeon Guardian pet with. It's primarily just a flex for if anybody joins in the middle of the series and they have no idea how I got this pet, they can always look back and say, hey, that guy killed Dungeon Guardian, that's pretty cool. So I will have to make a slight tweak to the arena, which is adding some Ebonstone to one of the ends. Somehow I got the measurement for this side completely correct, but what I also want to do is add a little wall. So what I also noticed is that this seemed to spawn at the end here. So what I gotta do is I need to kind of build this up a little more. And I need to extend this platform in this direction. Now this is obviously gonna make the arena a bit off-center, but that's completely fine. It doesn't look that strange anyway. And again, this is completely temporary. I'll tweak all this later. So I tossed in a Eternia Crystal on this again. It should spawn the portal exactly where I want it to be. Yeah, there we go. So I guess what I can do at this point is just sweep through a ton of these invasions and just build up the defender medals I have. You get 5 defender medals every time you beat the 5th wave. Alright, I know what you're thinking. Danny, what the fuck are you doing now? And remember last episode when I did a ton of digging? I want to do some more. Now I need to hollow out a large space that I think it would be way easier to hollow out in pre-hard mode while I still have less enemies bugging me than it would be in hard mode, where all the hard mode enemies are going to start like absolutely curb stomping me. So I want to make a start of a mob farm. This will be further optimized when I start hard mode, but I just need an open space to get started with, and I think it'd be way easier to do it now than later. Now there are multiple correct ways to make a mob farm, where we can collect souls, we can collect different items, we can farm mimics. I remember the last time I did this was in Terraria Remastered, where I took soul farming very seriously. That was where I built a giant pool of water underwater, or no, underground, and I basically farmed Arapamas that happened to be in Hallow or Corruption biome, mainly Hallow because I wanted to farm for Daedalus Stormbow. But I want to make one that's fully configurable. I want to make one that farms a more general amount of enemies rather than just fish. We want to do this in the cavern layer because this, I believe, is where souls start spawning when you start fighting enemies in their respective underground biomes. Alright, so the design I'm going for is a bit of a hybrid from a video I saw on how to build a mob farm and a bit of the logic that is behind enemy spawning in this game. And I decided to narrate this part since I completely butchered the explanation for this build. Check this out. Imagine a 168 by 94 block rectangle with my character in the center. Every open space within this rectangle is a possible spawning location for an enemy. By making an open area of this size and filling in the bottom half, we prevent enemies from spawning there. Therefore, if I stood in the center of this box, the enemies would only spawn here. It would create a larger mob of enemies in a specific space, since they are no longer spread out throughout the original size of our box. By doing this, we can have all our enemies flow into a killing chamber and collect their drops. This can be amplified with battle potions, water candles, and of course converting the area into a jungle biome. When we get to hard mode, we can use dart traps to provoke mimics and lure them into our killing machine, and for farming souls, we can create a large chunk of blocks to make an artificial Hallow or Corruption for their respective souls. Even using ice lets us farm frozen mimics and other enemies. Now here's the final result. I hear the ice music, so does that mean this is an ice biome now? Yeah, see, there's an ice mobs. Yeah, this is working. This is an ice biome now. Now, if I do take one of these ice blocks away, as you can see, it turns back into a cavern biome. And you know what? That might be the last thing I want to do before we fight the wall of flesh. So I think I'm going to end this episode here. This episode might be pretty short, considering that we didn't do as much as I thought we were going to do. There's actually not much more I want to do, apart from killing Old One's army, which we already did. It's really just motioning towards killing the wall of flesh, which I need to set up my arena for that. I normally do that completely off camera, but you won't need to see that stuff. So I'm going to do that next episode, and then we're going to actually start moving into hard mode. So thank you everyone so much for watching this episode of Terraria. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.